Alright guys, welcome to your third video, and in this video what we're going to be doing is we're going to be finishing to set up Eclipse, and also if we have time we're going to start some coding. So the first thing I want you to do now is go ahead and right click your project name, which should be Hand Blaster, and go to properties just like we did before. Now by default, since you were already working in this section, you should see libraries, but if you don't, just go ahead and click on Java Build Path and Libraries. Now, once you do this, you're going to see all of the jars that you downloaded. Go ahead and click this little arrow and expand LWJGL jar. And once you do that, you're going to have four options to choose from. Go ahead and select Native Library Location. Now, by default, right now, it should say None in parentheses. So go ahead and highlight that. Now, once you do, every button on the right hand side is going to be grayed out except Edit. So go ahead and click Edit. Now what we want to do is we want to tell it that we're going to be working with a Windows workspace. So go ahead and instead of typing the location path, the easier thing to do is just go ahead and select workspace. Now we want to go ahead and navigate to where our Windows folder is. So go ahead and expand this, and if you can't remember, well, just go ahead and look on the left hand side of your screen and you can see the directories, but go ahead and expand lib, now natives, in Windows. Now don't go ahead and expand Windows, we just go ahead and I gotta quit saying go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. What we have to do now is just select the folder itself and hit OK. Now once we do that, our path is going to be to our Windows folder. Hit OK again, and hit it again, and bam, we're good to go. So that's basically all we have to do to set up the core libraries. Now what we have to do is just make some actual Java. So of course, before we can start coding, we need some classes. But before we start, organizing all the classes and writing some code, methods, variables and crap, I want to go ahead and give you guys a little background on the type of game that we're making. There are a few different types of games that we can make, but what we're going to focus on is something called a state-based game. Now, right now, think of old Nintendo games where each state would actually be a screen. So you remember whenever you were playing, I don't know, like Super Mario Brothers, you first popped in the game in your Nintendo and you saw it said, okay, Super Mario Brothers, that's the title screen. That title screen would be a state, the menu. Now, if you were playing level 1 while you were playing, you went to a different screen, that would be a different state. If you wanted to view the high scores, that would be a different state or screen. If you wanted to, view the settings, that would be a different one. So I will probably use the terms state and screen interchangeably, but they really mean the same thing. So in this tutorial, what we're going to do is we're going to make a simple two-state game. We're going to have the main menu, which is one state, and the area that you play, which is, probably a bunch of hams going around shooting things, that's going to be another state. So go ahead and right-click Java game, or whatever you named your package, and what we need to do now is, of course, make a new class. So new class. Now, this is how I'm going to set it up. Basically, we may change things up a little bit, but each state is going to have its own class. You're going to have the menu class, which has the main menu, which says like start, quit, exit. And we're going to also have the playing class, which is going to be, the playing screen. But before we even jump into making the screens, I need a class called game. So go ahead and name this game, and you also want to include the main method in here. So include that and hit finish. Now, why am I making this class if it isn't a state, it isn't a screen? Well, I'm making this class because this is pretty much the master class, the main brains behind our game, the thing that controls everything. So this is like the boss class is going to be like, okay, I control everything, I'm God. So that's what this class is going to be responsible for, and all the other classes are pretty much going to resemble different screens or states. So I know I'm stressing that, but it's a very important concept you have to get in your head one way or another. So actually, I thought I was going to have to type that in, but it's already good to go. So we already have package Java game, which pretty much says, okay, we're working in the Java game package. Now, the first thing I want to do is go ahead and delete these comments because I hate comments. I can make my own. Now, before we actually start typing variables or anything, we have to import two different things. We actually have to import a bunch of stuff, but we can do it in two statements. And now that I think about it, this video is getting kind of long, and I didn't type anything yet. So in the next video, I can't wait to get my fingers on these keys and start typing some Java code. So we're going to be typing the code. I'm going to be going through line by line, telling you why you need each line, what it does, and why it's useful. So guys, thank you for sticking along with me this long. We finally made it. Ready to start typing some Java. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.